It is Monday afternoon, and I have like some amazing news about my husband and his cancer, and I also am calling myself out on something. And I'm imagining that I probably have company out there, but I'm just like, holy shit, I just did this. So the amazing news, the miraculous news, the like, I holy shit can't believe this freaking news is that today I was at the hospital and my husband's pain was like flaring up because he's normally on a patch that kind of slowly leaks out the pain medicine, and that really helps with the multiple myeloma pain. But he was in the ICU and on a heavy amount of sedation, and so that pain medicine and that sedation were not a good combo. So they took him off of that, put him on some other stuff, and really like I think his pain meds dropped a lot because he wasn't feeling a whole lot under sedation. And then when he came around, he wasn't really like tuning into the degree of pain he had until last night, when his pain like totally started to spike. He got up and moved around and thought like that was the reason for the pain. And then I said, honey, when was the last time you had your pain meds? And he's like, I don't really remember. I'm like, remember, you don't have a patch on, so you have to ask for it. And it was heartbreaking because then he really like tuned into it and started getting teary and registering his pain, and realized like his pain was spiking to a 10, and it was just like, it just shot up. So it took about 24 hours to really get it under wraps. So like that's good. But that's not like the best news. So I'm like saving the best news. In the midst of trying to deal with his pain, the physician assistant said, I was asking her about like, well, what's going on with the cancer and the CAR T-cell therapy, and like, where are we at with that? Because his chemotherapy got cut short. Are they going to continue that in the hospital or wait? And she's like, well, they're going to wait. And she said, you didn't hear from Dr. DeCall yet? And we said, nope. And she said, well, there's good news on the cancer front. She's like, did you see the numbers yet? And we said, no. She's like, well, he pulled the numbers, and his numbers like went from 14,500 down to 800, like 800. When he was diagnosed in June, his numbers were at like freaking 3,500. So 800 is a miracle. Like, it's the fact that he came out of the ICU period is a miracle. This is like a second miracle. I am like blown away. I thought the pain meant that the cancer was spiking. Like, I just was like, okay, bracing myself. Here we go again. Like, the numbers are still going up no matter how much freaking chemotherapy they inject in your body. But no, 800. So, holly freaking Luya, and we are on track for the CAR T-cell therapy, which is kind of hard to get, but he's young, and so like he's gotten bumped in line because he's 48 and was otherwise like fully functioning, and is eager to get back to that. So, wow, like we needed this so bad. Like, we so needed this. He so needed this. I think everybody who's been following this journey needed this. Our families definitely needed this. Timmy's parents, holy shit. So, like, celebrate. We are totally celebrating. And then the thing I wanted to call myself out on is, I don't know, this is just ridiculous. But I'm really into like understanding our consumption patterns, like buying shit, because I feel like it's this thing that we do to either pick ourselves up or bring ourselves down when we're too high. Like, oh, I'm gonna go buy something. So I needed to buy a pot for a plant because we got this beautiful plant and it needed a pot that fit the plant. And I like plants in my home, like they feel good. But I went in to buy a bath mat and walked out with a bath mat and a pillow. I'm like, I really didn't need a pillow. My daughter would love to have like a pillow with like some kind of fall something on it, and she's been talking about that, but like I didn't need a pillow, and I walked out of the store with a pillow, and I'm just like, what the heck? So not that it's bad or wrong to buy a pillow, but like I didn't go in to buy a pillow. I don't need a pillow. I value like not using more than I actually need and not buying stuff just for the sake of buying stuff. So I'm like, why did I do this? Like, why did I just buy that pillow? How did I walk out of the store with a pillow that I had no intention of buying? And I love the color of it. Like, it's a beautiful color. But I'm processing this out loud because I'm realizing like, oh, like I was filled with like all of these bubbly feelings and emotions, and it's like I couldn't really talk about it yet because I was waiting for Timmy to like post to our families so that he could share the information and kind of be the first. But I had this like bubbly emotion inside of me, and I went and bought something, like, because that was like a way to slough off this like positive, amazing vibe that was rushing through my body. So that's crazy. And so I'm just like calling myself out because I'm wondering who else does that. Like, who else regulates your emotions by buying shit? You know? And I'm like, that's kind of crazy. It's crazy that we do that. And I think that's why so many stores are thriving the way they are, because they sell us this idea that they're either gonna like raise us up or put us back in our place. Like, that's ridiculous. So I'm just calling myself out. And next time I do that, I'm like gonna take a deep breath and say like, what's going on in me that I feel like I need to buy this thing right now, and where's this coming from? And so as much as I preach sustainability and like climate action, it is a thing we have to question with every purchase that we make. It's a thing we have to question like all the time. So I am no better than, I have the same kinds of feelings that course through me, and so I'm just like want to talk about it and bring it out in the open so that I can maybe like give you an opportunity to reflect on your purchasing habits too. And like, when you buy stuff, what is the emotion you're trying to regulate through that purchase? Or do you like legit need it? It's probably not a whole lot that we legit need, but I did want to get a bath mat for my mom who's coming to stay for a couple of weeks to help out, and I wanted her to have something to put her feet on when she gets out of the shower, when she's upstairs in our like very, very rustic farmhouse kind of upstairs that's chilly. And so anyways, back to celebrating, and thank you so much for following this journey with us. Please keep the prayers coming. They're totally working. And I'm just super, super grateful. And I think that's all I have to say right now. I'm gonna keep driving and be home soon. Bye for now. Peace.